as most people do, everybody, I think, struggles to find their calling or their purpose. Felt like I had some gifts, an ability to contribute to people, to inspire, to move people, but I spent most of my time working, moving mountains and driving heavy equipment and so forth. I think people have just forgotten. They've forgotten the reason of their work, the why. Everybody wants to make a difference in the world, but they either lose track of that in the day-to-day lives of paying the bills and all of that, and at one point begin to surrender to just surviving. And I think our job is to wake people up that they are fulfilling a purpose in their work every day.
I have exceptionally high expectations for you. Part of what's being asked from you is to see things from a different perspective. Today we're going to have a simulation, and the intention of this simulation is to create more value so that you can connect with each other, find that value in that connection, have a visceral connection to those things that you've been
talking about. In 2000, we really embarked on a whole new project, which was to bring philanthropy into the training room or into the corporate setting. About a year and a half ago, we partnered with an organization that has developed a prosthetic hand that we are using as part of our corporate trainings. And in the building of that, they're recognizing their patterns. They're seeing that they've lost sight, that this prosthetic hand, what would it be like if I could meet the person who is in need out there in this world right now? And if I do a good job, it could change their life.
Every month, 2,000 landmines maim or kill innocent victims across the world.
Well, today in Coronado, dozens of people were on a mission to give a helping hand to those victims, literally.
They started out with a box of unmarked parts.
Building the bulk hand. Oh my.
And then created this, a prosthetic hand from 30 pieces of plastic and metal. They put together something that will literally change the life of a landmine victim halfway across the world.
They go from being total beginners to not even knowing what these parts are to knowing that this is called the brass dog, and they understand the sort of impact of what they hold in their hands. And their theme is, our future is in our hands.
And the need is great. More than 300,000 people across the world need these prosthetic hands.
Not only do they build this hand, but there's a package that it is delivered to the recipients. Right now we're in 25 different countries around the world, obviously third world kind of countries. In countries where people can barely eat, barely have shoes, barely have a roof over their head, if they've lost a limb or been born without one for some reason, the gift of just being able to clasp something, to grab something and be able to use their other limb to do that is amazing. Well, that's what this can do for them. And there are thousands of people that are losing hope that this sort of gift could come their way. The power of what we're trying to do in Odyssey is have that experience transform the way people show up every day at work. The way that they greet the first person they see at work, whether someone's in their parking spot and they're irritated or they're just all curious about where they might park today. And I know that it seems subtle and simple, but it's in the little forks in the road that if we could just catch ourselves and choose, could shift the entire way that people think and the corporate culture. There are so many workshops out there that people pay huge amounts of money to go through, and in the end, they walk out with their binder or they walk out with just an experience. And in this case, they walk out, but they leave something behind. And we want to leave 10,000 of these behind, and we envision every day the 10,000 lives that are out there that are in need of a hand. And what are we doing today with our hands that's going to create that reality?